All right, let's do this, boys.
Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, 4-4 and go. That other getting old. We got Sam, Ryan, Tom. This is a sports octagon. friends for forever and beyond. Spending with Samurai and Tom. From the puck to the glove to the pigskins high. Share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. Down the baseline in the bleachers, or you wanna get denied. Yeah, share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. 4-4-0 and go. Come here to clench your soul. Yeah, it's 4-4-0 and go. Come here to clench your soul.
For the Browns Super Bowl contenders.
Hey, listen. When we start talking about what wins Super Bowl, we talk about talent. The Browns, they have the talent. They have it.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? What about now? What about now? Hey. Welcome, everybody, to 4-4 Goal.
What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Little change of scenery here. Typically, I'm in the basement, but tonight I'm rocking in the kitchen. Well, it's actually kind of the dining room. I have one of those like kitchen dining room. I don't know how they blend together, whatever you want to call that. And Tom is 6 foot away from me on the other side. We're hanging out, kicking it, going together at this. Sammy's over there like not a shot in hell. Jesus will have to come find me first before I do anything like that remotely.
Nope, probably going to wait until I get the okay from scientists.
Yep. So.
Well, Sammy, you don't own space. NASA does.
Right.
First of all.
Now, just to check, Sammy, you can hear him pretty clearly?
It's okay.
Okay, let me just do this. We'll make it better.
All good now?
Better. Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
Dope.
Okay. So, yeah, tonight's show, we do got a few things to go over, basically. It's going to be – I'm pretty pumped. We've been talking about it for the past 2 nights. And that's really getting into some – whether it's new or old or recent, whatever it is, sports films.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting because Sammy's dropped quite a few bombs on me that I've forgotten about. and then Tom coming out of left field with films I've never heard of.
Imagine that.
Me here, I'm going to be the guy that's going to just throw out the names that everyone already heard of because I don't know. I truly don't watch movies. All the fans out there watching, just so you know, I don't know anything about any movies unless, I don't know, maybe there's food involved. Beer, things of that nature. But yeah, let's see. Matt Keene says, Tom, I'm digging the hair.
He said hat.
So I got my
bad
Indians
hat.
Wahoo hat. I got my Indians jersey with the Wahoo logo.
There you go.
Stitched. The drip is too hard right now because it's a Michael Bourne jersey. So I'm digging that.
He's rocking it. Sammy in his typical 4-4 and goal hoodie.
That's it, baby.
4-4 and goal coffee mug. Did you flash that
good.
yet? No. Yeah, okay. He did flash it. And he drinks out. Have you noticed that? He drinks out of it every time.
That's exactly
he can't just hold it up, put it down. He holds it up, brings it up, then puts it down. It's like cheers almost to everybody. Which I can dig that.
It's called marketing. I'm framing it. See?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can dig that. I get it. I mean, I'm missing my cup.
Pepsi commercial.
Yeah, my water bottle's downstairs. I can respect that. You know, it is what
You're
it is.
Peyton Manning, Sammy. Your life is a commercial.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Absolutely.
And then there's Brendan Palm coming in. Not even
I am all
out
about
of the
the
field.
brand, baby.
Yeah.
All about the brand.
All about it.
Ray Torado, what's good, sweet baby Ray?
Yeah, what up, Ray? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're rolling with 17 people. Really pumped. Really excited. Torres
Got a
Priscilla.
fun show tonight. So
Thank you. Joining us. Who else we got on here? Anyone? Mark Scafaro. He is a longtime listener, longtime follower so far.
Priscilla Torres, which is my cousin from Erie, Pennsylvania.
What up?
Shout out to Priscilla.
I kind of thought it was in relation to you. The part, though, that her last name's first, it kind of got me, though. I'm not going to lie. Which
You thought her first name was Torres?
Yeah, so the way I read names suggested it, and then I'm like processing it, and then
There's my beautiful wife.
What up?
Brendan Palm, I want to know what your 3 favorite baseball movies are. Know that.
Yes, for sure. Like,
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
And that's another thing that we want to happen tonight. We're going to pepper in some trivia questions throughout the show. We are going to do our best to word them better since apparently nobody understood what we were saying. We talk like Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys, and words get difficult.
Right. So we're going to leave it to
we have loaded them very carefully. These are very attainable questions, except for one that I think is going to be very, very difficult. And because I think it's very difficult, somebody's probably going to get it within 5 minutes. But we're going to put the questions out there. We want you guys to call in, answer the question, and if you get it right, we're going to send you a mug or a water bottle. Up to 5 tonight. Up to 5 people are going to get one. And then also, we're going to ask you what your favorite 3 movies are whenever we're talking about that time. So pay attention. It's going to be a super fun show. We're really, really going to try and get a bunch of audience participation tonight and get you guys involved.
Yeah, that's the goal. A lot of audience participation. And don't forget to like the stream, to share the stream, and go on over to the Tube of You or YouTube for all you normal people. Go ahead over to YouTube.
Only 8:30.
Check us out at 440 and goal. Subscribe over there. We got to get that page rolling too. Help us out, guys. All right. Let's just dive head first. Right.
Yeah. Let's get the bull out of the way first.
Yeah,
the stuff nobody really
it is Sammy's favorite part of the show. A little COVID-19 update. Let me add this.
Not going to get a whole lot out of me. I will tell you that I went to go buy adult beverages prior to this show today, and the lack. I actually had to go to the store for 2 different things. I went to Lowe's for some outdoor work stuff I had to do, and then I went to Circle K to grab some brouhahas. And
wait, that's not an actual beer. That's just like a nickname for.
Yeah.
No,
and
don't at me.
The fact of the matter is, in Lowe's, I saw like 7, maybe 8 out of 60 people wearing a mask, and in Circle K, I saw none. So, cool things. Good to know.
What is your? Have you guys seen the mask yet? That's a mask, but then it has a plastic shield over the eyes as well.
Yeah, that's what nurses wear when they're taking care of the patients. It's called a face shield.
Nice. I mean, like, I get it. Like, I wear my mask at work. I wear.
Yeah, that's not necessary for going to run errands.
But I'm thinking, like, it's just kind of nuts what these people have on their face. I I get it. You're just trying to protect yourself, but
yeah, when you're faced with the virus.
I actually saw that at my place of employment today. It was a face mask, and then it had the eye shield.
Yeah.
And immediately, Sammy, the first thing I thought of was, I'm going to go on Amazon. I'm going to order this. I'm going to put it in a box, gift wrap it like Christmas, and send it right to our friend Jared, right to his house, and say, Merry Early Christmas. Just to, just kind of stoke a flame.
I got it. So it was a mask very similar to this.
Yeah, that's what they're wearing in the hospitals right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, like if you're taking care of a COVID patient, that's how you should be dressed.
That's wild. That's wild. I mean, I just guess I haven't seen it. I just couldn't believe.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 100% necessary when you're in general public. I think a mask is very sufficient. But I have coworkers that are wearing that stuff right now, when they're coming to and from COVID floors. So
right.
It's real,
Right.
Hey, have you guys seen the new Star Wars movies? Those 3 new Star Wars movies?
I have never seen a full Star Wars movie in its entirety ever.
So we're in the same boat there. But actually, so my next door neighbor Celia, she's a big Star Wars fan, and she had me watch these new Star Wars movies. And there's this new bad guy. His name's Kylo Ren. And the minute I saw this face mask, I thought of Kylo Ren. I mean, if you look him up, all you had to do is spray paint that bad boy black, and
right.
You're a Sith Lord. That's pretty dope.
Well, let's get into the numbers real quick, gentlemen. So Asheville County, 229 confirmed cases with 26 deaths. I do believe not a big jump on the death toll, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
And the confirmed, I don't think was a big jump either. Usually we see the largest spike when we come back around Tuesday for the most part, because they don't do much over the weekend, and then everything gets calculated.
Oh, I am so not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday and the Tuesday after that. In the next 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I'm so curious as to what these numbers are going to do, because I can tell you already that there are quite a few local places that were packed bar-wise,
Right.
completely ignoring any social distancing. And you know what? Let me say this now, because I've grown tired. I've grown tired of speeches and soapboxes and saying my piece on this. Because the fact of the matter is, some people are going to follow the guidelines and some people are not. The fact that some people do not it's terrible. It's disheartening, but it has taken up way too much real estate in my own mind. So from this point forward, I'm done talking about it. That's it. So congratulations. I bowed out. You guys have won. I'm done.
Nah, that's his version of winning. That's him giving you know what with his hand.
I'm done.
Don't care anymore.
Exactly. I wish the best of luck to you.
Yes.
Invest in inhalers.
So, but we talked about it before. The whole goal is we don't want to talk about COVID every single time we get on here, but it is important to us in Ashtabula County to find out what's going on. I will say, like I said, my sister before, we're waiting on testing. I did talk to her last night. She did officially say,
Hold on, I'm going to interrupt you one time, and I know I do that constantly, but I'm so sorry, and I'm not, but I am.
Yeah, you love somebody, not a chance. I don't think it's ever happened.
Listen, Danny Reed, I love the fact that your comment is super long, and I want to read it all, but you need to answer one of these trivia questions and call in, because I need to hear that golden voice of yours on this program.
And to build off that, Sammy, I love that Danny, I've never met you, but you already, I just want to be your best friend because you put The Big Lebowski as a bowling movie. And not only is that the most transcendent thing I've ever read in my life, but you have me thinking so many things right now. And you know what? John Goodman was just a gem in that film. And John Turturro, great. And they actually made a spin-off movie, I don't know if you guys know this, with John Turturro as Jesus called Jesus Rolls. And that movie, Sammy, if you thought Kingpin was a funny bowling movie, just have a diaper on when you watch Jesus Rolls. I'm telling you right now.
But so yeah, just a quick update since Sammy's done interrupting me. It's fine. I get it. My sister, this is kind of important to me, but it's fine. Again, I understand. Sports shows are much more important. So we're waiting. We have a 36-hour waiting period to find out whether or not she does have it. I think we talked on the last show. I mean, I would say there's a 95% chance of her actually having it. Simple fact is, last we knew, there's about 26 people in that facility that had COVID, and she works out at the I don't know. Should I say where she works?
I don't know if you should or not.
Yeah,
Punt on that. Never mind.
Yeah.
At her place of location, there's about 26 people that have it there. So, hopefully she doesn't have it, but with it being the weekend, we're probably not going to find out till Monday. So we shall see.
My mother is a fan of Kingpin. That's what she's talking about. Good for you, Mom. You just got a lot cooler.
Yep.
Hey.
Mom, no, you didn't. It's
Melody,
fine.
I've
I
never
get
met you, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably the coolest mom I've ever met in my life. Right now.
You're an idiot, Tom.
I mean, I'm going to tell you.
Danny Reed, it was Matt Williams.
Matt the Bat.
Matt Williams
the
hit
Bat.
300 home runs from 1990 to 1999.
Yeah. So we'll get off COVID real quick before we get into the sports talk. Did we ever officially answer that question last night?
I answered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for everyone that's watching, let's re-answer it real quick. And so Sammy asked the question. Tom,
here's what the question was, guys.
All right.
In the 1990s, there were 11 batters who hit 300 home runs. Of those 11 batters, 3 of them have played on the Cleveland Indians. What were the name of the 3 people that played on the Cleveland Indians?
All right. So I'm going to answer that question for you guys. That question is answered with Albert Bell. He hit 351 home runs between 1990 and 1999. And I know this off the rip, so I'm not looking at another screen, nothing like that.
He is.
Juan Gonzalez, he had either 339 or 349, one of the two. And Matt the Bat Williams had exactly 300.
And I think I think Danny Reed is referring to Matt Williams, and I'm pretty sure he is right.
I thought we had
with San Francisco before, wasn't he?
He was with Arizona. He was with the Indians.
Yeah.
And you guys remember why he left the Indians, right? Like, the dude's a class act.
Yeah.
Because his wife got sick. And I don't know if the Indians agreed, but I know at the end of the day, they made it so he could go to Arizona to be with her.
Oh, no, Mel, you're not right. I'm sorry for your luck. And that goes to all the other 20 people who said the same exact thing yesterday. It was Jim told me, I will say, was not really. No, Tom just Mom. Tom just answered the question for the love of God.
There's a delay, Ryan. It's 30 seconds.
No, it's not. No, right. Mel, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Until he hit the Phillies, man. And that was later.
Right.
So
do we lay out yeah, Ooh. Williams was Tomey's replacement because Tomey was the worst third baseman in the history of baseball.
Still didn't have PED problems. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, maybe he should have.
Hey, he's in the Hall of Fame the right way, I'll tell you.
So do we throw out the first trivia question before we start the list?
Hey, Sammy.
I think, you know what?
Throw it.
I do believe so. And the one thing you have to remind me, I didn't write the number down on the trivia question. So if you could tell me that, Sammy.
All right, I'm going to say it out loud. Everybody's going to hear it together. If you want to call in for to answer the question or just talk about your favorite sports movies tonight, the number is 440-207-0669. In the words of Kevin, nice.
All right. So trivia question number 1. You will see scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Angie Cantor is watching. Angie Cantor. What up, Ange?
Unfortunately, I don't know if Kenny Lofton hit 300 home runs in his lifetime.
Who's that? Well, okay, so the first trivia question is, what is the name of the country club in Caddyshack? So call in to Sammy, 440 and goal, 440-207-0669. The first person to call in will either receive a coffee mug or a water bottle. Yours truly, and possibly a special delivery from Tom, Brian, or Sammy. And
it's going to be Tom.
You're welcome when that happens.
And it's going to be all in cashmere.
Yes. Cashmere. You know what, Tom? You did post that one image of yourself in a towel. So
yeah,
I'm going to need to find this real quick.
Corin Queen. I was the Corin Queen right there. I'm going to tell you what.
Did you ever see this, Sammy?
Sammy, did you
see this? Did actually. I actually did.
Yeah, he did. It's actually his desktop background.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have to bring this up because
bring it up, bro.
If you answer this question the right way,
I'll autograph it.
Tom is going to autograph and send you this picture as well.
Throw it up there, baby. The world needs to see this.
If I can find it.
The world needs to see what I've done.
So the first trivia question for the roughly 20 viewers that we have, okay, what is the name of the country club in Caddyshack? Call in to 440-207-0669 for your free.
No calls yet. Wow.
Nothing.
That felt like a soft toss.
Sure.
And yes, I have had somebody text me the right answer, but he has already won a prize, Nick Billman. So you cannot win it. We got a call.
Here we go.
Call from
Danny Reed.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I can't wait to
hear
his voice.
Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear him?
I can hear you, but not him.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sending it to you right now.
What's going on, Sam? You muted yourself.
All right, go ahead, Danny. Can you talk again?
Send it to you.
Yeah, I can talk.
All right, and you got it correct. What was the answer?
I'll be right back.
Bushwood Country Club is the correct answer.
Nice.
Getting the first one correct of the night. And actually, Danny, you luck into our first category was baseball. So, Danny, what are your 3 favorite baseball movies?
My 3 favorite baseball movies. I put on my list of my favorite baseball movies. Probably not a popular choice. Is For the Love of the Game by Kevin Costner, with Kevin Costner in it. And say what you will about Kevin Costner, the man cranks out baseball movies like no other. They're all fantastic. And you got to love the man and his commitment to the sport of baseball. So For the Love of the Game is my one. I put A League of Their Own as number 2. And despite the fact that I love my Red Sox and they're near and dear to me, I am not going to tell you that it's Fever Pitch because that movie is terrible. Instead, I'm actually going to say Major League because Major League is just fantastic. It doesn't get much better than that. So those are my 3 favorite baseball movies.
Well, Danny, I think you are going to find that each one of those movies are going to appear on all 3 of our lists separately.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's very, very cool. So thanks for calling in, Danny. I'm going to message you after the show to get your address because you have got a mug or a water bottle coming, whichever one you want. So keep watching because I'm probably gonna need. I need the biggest trivia monsters we have for this final trivia question. I have hope for you and about 6 others.
Now, wait. Are these all like sports movie related or is it random sports questions?
These are sports movie related, but the last one we're going to give is going to be an absolute gut buster.
Uh-oh. All right, guys, keep doing what you're doing. I'm enjoying the show. I'll be tuned in.
Thanks so much. And everybody else, pay attention. Danny has a box opening show that he does that's absolutely hilarious.
I do a bunch of stuff on there. I'm just trying to keep myself sane. You guys,
You too. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Way to go, buddy. Thank you for being the first one to call in and get something right. That felt nice.
It did. Didn't that feel good?
Things worked out the way they like.
Tom left at a very inopportune time because Danny's first favorite movie was For Love of the Game.
Ooh.
Yeah. So very different choice.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Danny? Mad ups, dude, because like mainstream sports movies are great, and mainstream sports movies definitely have a place in our society because they bring sports to the forefront. But those, like For the Love of the Game, really show like another side to sports. And when we get into our favorite movies, you guys are really going to see like, what the hell is Tom talking about? Like, what movie is that? Like,
I do have to let you know that Danny Reed is a different level of cool, and that's a fact.
So here with me.
We go.
Yeah. Danny Reed is a different level of cool. So I got to give him that. He knows more about stuff than most people will ever forget.
Hey, Ryan, by the way, did you post the image?
Yes. So I'm getting ready to bring up the image that Tom will be signing himself and delivering to the winner. If it's in the image will be in a water bottle or in a coffee cup, signed, sealed,
8x10.
delivered, or an 8x10 framed of your choice. So let me go ahead and bring this one up, folks.
He's a gorgeous man, that one.
So just to let everyone know, the next question.
That was a nice bottle of Pinot Noir.
Right. We'll have this image in it in the coffee cup or water bottle or an 8x10 of your choice signed. So before we lose any more viewers, Tom, let's go ahead and remove that.
All right, Ryan. What are your 3 baseball films?
All right. Oh man. So I loved the entire Major League series, which we talked about that a little bit. You said Major League 3 was absolutely atrocious.
It's garbage.
Not. I love the whole 3, so I'm going to take those 3 into one.
Okay.
Above that, I'm going to put The Sandlot. Sandlot was probably my all-time favorite. And then, oh, man, I don't know. It's tough for me. Give me 1 second. I just want to. Oh, I'm sorry. That was it. I couldn't think about it. But it was 42. The Jackie Robinson movie.
Yeah.
Those 3 are my favorite. Sandlot just reminds me of, honestly, Sammy, when we were kids. We didn't exactly have the Sandlot, but we had the wiffle ball field.
I feel like you would be hard-pressed to find anybody in our age group that doesn't like the Sandlot. I don't even know if you have to be a baseball fan to like the Sandlot.
Right. It just reminds me of when we were kids. I mean, I kind of correlate Kick the Can because that was like our night game. And
it was neighborhood friends, neighborhood game, neighborhood play.
But yes, it was neighborhood friends, neighborhood play. Then we had the wiffle ball field across the way where it broke my ankle every 3 days in some way, shape, or form. My mother would just ride by, but that is what it is, But yeah, it was those 3. I mean, I really, and Jackie, just because of the heritage of, really, finding out what that was about. Oh, Pump Boy, call in. You called in last night.
We haven't started another trivia question yet.
Oh, I thought it was an open call-in. I'm sorry.
Sam, is it my turn to do the movies?
It's your turn to do the movies.
All right, dope. So, all right, I kind of prefaced it earlier. You guys are kind of going to be like, what the hell is he even talking about when we talk about movies? So, among the many things in college that I concentrated in, film was a minor of mine. And so I got to watch a bunch of different stuff. So for baseball, number 3, I'm going to start off with Robert Redford's The Natural. That movie is just fantastic, top to bottom. It was based on a great novel from 1952 from Bernard Malamud. One of my favorite novels ever. Number 2, I'm going to go Moneyball with Brad Pitt. I love Aaron Sorkin, and that really just made it for me. Chris Pratt. I love the portrayal of David Justice. Great movie. But my favorite baseball movie of all time, 61, Billy Crystal. About Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle, and the home run chase to beat Babe Ruth. I mean, I cannot think of a better baseball movie that really encapsulates the friendship, rivalries, and just the controversy that surrounds and permeates baseball. It's great. And Danny, you teach a film class. I would love to get in that with you, bro. God, that'd be sweet.
All right.
But those are my baseball movies. And I'm sorry I'm kind of talking weird, but it's echoing for me, and I'm getting really self-conscious.
That's because you got the headset on.
Yeah, you may as well take it off like I did.
So I can't do that in good conscience.
So, Sammy, you're 3.
My 3 are Major League, but I have to put this caveat out there that absolutely nobody agrees with, and that's fine because I don't care. I like Major League 2 better than Major League 1. I always have. Great. I know Wesley Snipes is phenomenal, but I like Major League 2. I've always liked Major League 2 better than 1. 1 is great. 2 is the best. 3 is crap.
Well, Roger Dorn owns the Twins, man. You can't get.
I can't do 3, man. But
real quick,
second,
real quick, I want to answer Danny's question. He's based on Eddie Vicus. Sorry. He's based on Eddie Vicus. That's who he's based on.
my second is obviously Sandlot. Sandlot is here goes Brendan Paul, just throwing him out there. Anyway, Sandlot is my favorite kids baseball movie. It's a classic. There's really not much to go on. I was going to say my third one was Rookie of the Year because I love me some Henry Rowengartner. But I kind of wanted to talk about a baseball movie that nobody ever talks about, and it's probably because it's teeny bopper and like a romantic comedy. And that I love Summer Catch. I think that's a great movie. I like Matthew Lillard, so maybe that's why I like it so much. So Summer Catch is going to be my number 3.
Isn't that a chick flick?
I think it is.
It's a
I believe that's called a rom-com.
comedy. It's not
Oh, yeah, that's Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
Back in the day, boy.
All Ryan Dunn wanted to do was Major Leagues.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, that was good. So that's my third. Is
real good that someone else got their due for a change. I'm not going to disappoint you tonight. I am going to make a bold statement right now. Brendan, I will not have a bad take tonight. I will not.
You stop that, Tom. You stop
Hey,
that.
you know what?
What is sugar, Brendan? Is that a baby?
Who? You know what? Who knows? It's probably something terrible.
Is it at least a baseball film? I'm probably going to get like.
No, it's a baseball movie, bro.
So listen, there are some. So
like 2008.
let's hit some of the movies that we didn't put on our list that everybody else are talking about. Bull Durham. Bull Durham is a huge one. You you can't think of baseball films without that. Just not. I'm not a huge fan. Never have been. Angels in the Outfield is underrated. I think that's a good one for our age groups.
Yeah, Angels in the Outfield was a fantastic movie.
You are outstanding.
The one thing about Angels in the Outfield that really resonates, I think, with a lot of people is just the there's obviously a lot of faith-based overtones in that movie, but it really shows you the religion that baseball is to a lot of people. And I think
Brendan was being serious. So Brendan, I will check that out.
That the religion that baseball is, that's the first time I really got that and understood it. And God, it just crushes me whenever that kid says to his dad,
"Yep, well, we lost it.
When are we going to be a family again?" And the kid said, and the dad says, "When the Angels win the pennant," because he knows it's never going to happen. And then the Angels win the pennant, and it just crushes me, man. It's sad every time.
Tony Danza dies in that movie, and it is terrible.
What's that?
Tony Danza dies in that movie, and it is heartbreaking.
AJ, my second favorite baseball movie is Moneyball.
Oh, wrong button, Tom. Sorry. I didn't mean to take you away there.
You need this space to market.
Ooh, the bench warmer. That's a good one, Randy.
Yeah, that is that, and that's absolutely a baseball film. So
isn't that the movie that Todd Packer and Napoleon Dynamite were in?
Todd Packer wasn't in it.
I thought Todd Packer was in it.
It was Rob Schneider, John Heater, Napoleon Dynamite, and what the heck is his name? David Spade with a Dorothy Hamill haircut.
Oh.
Good gosh.
Why don't we throw out that second? Yeah, that's another thing is Hardball with probably one of the most heartbreaking scenes in all of history.
But Keanu said okay.
Yeah, but Baby G dies. So
But Tiana makes it okay.
I don't know who Baby G is, so I can't.
Well, you've never seen it, but if you
Listen,
do
to
see
the
it,
audience, I know whatever. Well, first, don't forget to like, share the stream, all that fun stuff. Follow us on YouTube, 440 Goal, on the tube of you. Anywho, I don't really watch movies.
Oh my God.
I don't in any way, shape, or form.
Hold up. My mother just commented, I am going to have a heart attack. What up, Karen Fletcher Roth?
Coming in hot.
Original Bad News Bears, also hilarious.
Yep.
Let's throw out another trivia question before we switch sports.
All right. Let me pop it up. Give me a moment, please.
Pop it up.
Please don't rush. Things take time.
I won't rush you, bro. I respect you.
So, let me hit the button first. Okay. 3 baseball movies that Kevin Costner was in.
Which is hilarious because Danny Reed literally just gave you those answers not more than 10 minutes ago.
Good God.
Danny,
Good
you
God.
are the savior they didn't know that they needed.
So
they do need an ace found.
Now, don't forget, the winner of this receives a signed autographed picture of an 8x10. I accidentally. Oh, no, I got it. Never mind. Hold on.
Signed autograph picture.
Sammy's like, stop showing this image for the love of everything that is holy. The winner of this will receive the autographed picture of Thomas Roth. This is juiced out of his mind.
I was
just
the
rolling.
Queen there.
Oh, let me get this off here.
Yeah, Danny, among all your other talents, you are apparently psychic as well. This is absolutely a softball. So somebody has to get this question. But understand, when you call in for this question, you are going to be asked your 3 favorite basketball movies.
So holla back.
Holla back, girl.
What's that saying? Man, there's another one. Yes. Hey, Ray, if you call in, you will win the image of Tom signed.
No, Ray's just going to get it regardless.
I don't know what.
Name 3 baseball movies that Kevin Costner has acted in. Not directed. He had to have acted in the movie.
It's right here, bro.
I don't want that. I want the other. No.
All right. We don't have anybody biting on this.
Okay, so legitimately, you don't have to receive the image of Tom Roth.
But you can.
It is not a big deal, but you can if you would like to.
Listen,
my
feelings. My fiance.
All right, so why don't we start with Ryan's 3 favorite basketball movies?
Man, just put me on. Okay, so let's be real. White Man Can't Jump.
Okay.
I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just. I can't remember all of them. So hold on.
Yo, Scott Stewart's in here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Scotty, what up, man?
Scotty Too Hottie. What up, bro? Thanks for the support, man.
Don't forget to like, share, or stream. We're on the tube of you. All right. Let me bring this up for myself. So, yes. Oh, yeah, that's the other one. Oh, hold on. I can't remember the name of it, but I thought about it last night. Remember, we were talking about it. Oh, what is it? It's like at 19.
I'm chomping at the bit for this.
A movie from, Semi-Pro. I have to put that out there. Semi-Pro is an epic movie. I mean, that guy got traded for a washing machine. Let's just be real. Okay. And then, what was this? I have the image, but I can't think about it. Semi-Pro. Let me
describe it. I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, I don't remember the whole thing. It's about they're in like South Africa or something playing basketball.
The Air Up There.
Yes, that one. Oh,
that's a good.
I didn't bring this one in, because it was a documentary and we're talking about movies. But the Carter Effect on Netflix.
That's fantastic.
Is a banging documentary about Vince Carter's career. Yeah. So that man could dunk on anybody. And as a matter of fact, he probably still can dunk on anybody in the league. Right.
7'7" dude from Germany.
Yes.
All right. Since nobody's biting on the trivia question, I'm going to open it up to anybody who wants to answer it, whether you've won or not. Go ahead and call in.
Call
All right,
it
so
in.
Sammy, am I good to do my basketball movies?
Go ahead and run it.
All right, so basketball. Number 3. I'm going to go Sean Connery, Finding Forrester. Fantastic basketball film. Number 2, that Sammy and I had some vitriol about, but I'm just going to throw it out there. The Leonardo DiCaprio helmed Basketball Diaries.
I love
Number
that.
2 all time. And Brendan, don't lie. You want the picture. You messaged me earlier. You wanted copies. Don't lie. I'll show the message right now. I don't care, but I don't want to put you on blast.
Oh, yeah, that was.
And number 1, my favorite basketball film of all time, the Michael Shannon-led Wolves, where Michael Shannon is a sports writer and gambling addict. His son is a 5-star prep star recruit, but no one wants to recruit his kid because of his dad. If you've never seen Wolves, you need to watch it. You need to get ready to cry. You need to get ready to feel something, because that film is possibly one of the best sports films I've ever seen.
Is this it right here?
Yeah, that's it right there.
That's it right there. Just bringing it up because I've never heard of it.
And Michael Shannon. So first of all, he was General Zod in Superman, and I hated him. And then he goes and does this, and I hated him even more. So Michael Shannon, if you ever watch our archive and you're listening to this, I hate you, bro. I hate you.
All right.
There's nothing good about you.
Sammy's on deck.
All right, so my 3 favorite basketball movies are in order. 1, 2, 3. Number 1, Above the Rim. Always will be, always has been my favorite basketball movie, no matter what. Tupac Shakur, Dwayne Martin, Wood Harris, Marlon Wayans. I think the dude's name is just Leon. It's great. It's a fantastic movie. Another one of those movies I find myself searching for all the time because I just want to rewatch it. But if it's on TV, I'm rewatching it no matter where it's at in the movie.
Yo, Sammy, if you want a copy, I got one, bro. I got a spare copy. Seriously.
Well, yeah,
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'll have to think about. But my next favorite is definitely Blue Chips. Nick Nolte, Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, playing a coach that is trying to run a clean program in a land where nobody is running a clean program and trying to be competitive, and showing this guy who basically I think they're hinting at like basing him off Bobby Knight.
Yeah, that was definitely the intention.
Who gets broken down into cheating. And even though they're successful, ends up quitting. The guy who plays Happy is also in another great movie called oh my God, A Few Good Men. And he plays a similar character where he's kind of like a bad guy. In A Few Good Men, he ends up killing himself. But in Blue Chips, he plays this booster who fills the program full of money and breaks all these NCAA rules, but makes it so they can't get caught. And then my third favorite of all time, and I'll be honest with you, I would be surprised if anybody who is watching now or after has ever seen or heard of this movie, because it was an HBO original, and it was called Rebound, the story of Earl the Goat Manigault.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle plays Earl Manigault, and it's, if you don't know the story of Earl Manigault, you really should learn it. This is a guy that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar actually described him as the best he's ever seen. This is where the term GOAT originated, was with Earl Manigault. not very difficult. It is very, very difficult to find, much like all HBO movies, just because they their releases are weird.
Yeah.
You know, they like even the Mike Tyson documentary. The Mike Tyson documentary that was out, where Michael Jai White
coming in with the heat. She's seen it, Sammy. My 60-year-old mother agrees with you.
Wait, that's out, dude.
Okay.
So either she has a crush on you and she's lying.
That is outstanding. I love it. I'm telling you, if you have not seen that movie, it's definitely worth a watch. I'm telling everybody who's seen it. And Karen Fletcher is cooler than you if you've not seen it.
She is lighting
Karen Fletcher Rock is the coolest.
A fantastic woman.
I can see that. Strictly by the movie. But yeah, it's this great movie. Anyway, it's similar. It's in the same light as The Basketball Diaries, which is a fantastic movie. It shows this promising athlete, and he gets, he falls into the spiral of drugs and how it just takes them out of their promising life. So it's really a really great movie. Dude, are we going to have to change the question? Because nobody is able to answer 3 Kevin Costner baseball movies? Because we have had nobody touch this.
All you got to do is call in. You want a cup or a water bottle? Your choice. Matter of fact, double or nothing. Call in right now. You win both.
Hey, you know what? Let's change.
Karen Fletcher Roth. I am so impressed. I still can't get over that she's seen that.
Listen, my mom is a straight up beast.
The fish that saved Pittsburgh with Julius Erving. All right, we got a call, boys.
Oh boy.
Mom, you're not even making sense. I don't know what you just said.
We got Nick Billman on the line.
Yes.
Bill, man.
Nick, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, Nick Billman for the save. Give us 3 Kevin Costner movies, and then I want your 3 favorite basketball movies.
All right, it's Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, and For the Love of the Game.
Wow.
God.
You just don't. Yeah. Oh, no, those aren't your 3 favorites. Okay. Yeah, those are that's the right answers. Okay. Go ahead.
My mom just answered. She has to call in.
Yep.
Basketball Diaries.
Mom, call in.
Wait a minute. I heard Basketball Diaries. What were the other 2, Nick?
Blue Chips and Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball is a solid movie. It really is. Like, I was afraid to put it on. Look, you can't have a favorite movies list and have Summer Catch and Love and Basketball on the same, on 2 different lists. So I opted for one rom-com. Love and Basketball is fantastic, though.
It is good. Thank you, Nick. Hey, Sammy, real quick.
Yeah, and Carly, his wife's favorite is Air Bud. So, you know what's funny is that was Ryan's favorite yesterday.
Yeah,
It was.
Yes, it was. Wait, who said that?
Nick's wife, Carly. That is her favorite movie.
You're
Her
welcome.
favorite basketball movie.
We're now friends.
So let me address something here real quick. Angie,
All right, thanks for calling in, Nick.
Angie says Space Jams, Bugs Bunny 8s, Let's Talk Shoes. Ange, baby girl, I'm going to tell you something. I got Taylor Shop with Tom. All we do is talk about kicks. Go watch 3 episodes ago. Sammy and Ryan will tell you. I had a killer kick segment that went for 30 minutes.
Yes, he did.
Go watch that, baby. I'll tell you what, Ange. One day, Sammy, Ryan, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to announce it. I'm going to have Ange on Taylor Shop with Tom. Because legit, Ange might be the only person I've ever met that might know as much or more about shoes than me. So I'm going to have her on. Ange, I'm going to set that up with you. I love you, girl.
All right, let's let's do our third trivia question before we move on
He
to.
doesn't even address what I said.
He's so
just ashamed.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Sammy, you just look good, dude.
Oh, God.
Let's add the trivia question before we move on.
All right, you ready? Third trivia question of the night is going to be name the gym that Rocky trained in. Sorry, I'm going to hide it for a second. I thought I put
In the first movie.
In the first film.
First film. All right, let me post it now. So the question is, name the gym Rocky trained in first film.
So while we're waiting for that, Sammy, Ryan, why don't we talk about our favorite non-main sports movies, meaning not golf, not baseball, not basketball, and not football.
The other category.
The other category.
Yep.
So I'm going to kick it off, if you guys don't mind. So my number 3 all-time favorite non-sports, like non-main sports movie would be Fighter with Tom Hardy, Nick Nolte, and Joel Edgerton. Fantastic film about a former Marine MMA fighter and his brother, who's a school teacher, trying to make ends meet. Nick Nolte's their alcoholic father who's trying to make amends.
Karen Fletcher Roth is killing the trivia game right now.
My mother
Just
is an OG.
call in.
She is killing it. I love it.
Mom, listen, I do love you.
The answer's out there now, y'all. Who's going to call in and get this free merch?
So my second favorite non-main sports movie would be the Steve Carell, Mark Ruffalo, and Channing Tatum film, Foxcatcher, about the Olympic wrestling trainer who went crazy. It's a great film. You need to watch it. I recommend it. But my favorite all-time non-sports movie, well, not non-sports movie, but main, like, major sports movie would be A Prayer Before Dawn. And that is a film released in 2018 about, Warrior, not Fighter. Sorry, Warrior. A Prayer Before Dawn is about a boxer who's a drug addict. He goes to Thailand. He gets into some trouble. He goes to prison. And it's about his struggle of being sexually assaulted, beaten on every day, and trying to fight his way out. And if you want to watch a film that really tugs on your heartstrings and really makes you think, that is a movie about the fighting spirit of humanity. You need to watch that film. It affected me in a very deep way. Just watch it.
That's what she said.
It is what she said, Ryan.
I'm sorry.
It is what she said.
I'm so sorry.
We'll fight right now.
So
We'll
real quick,
I'm
going to just shoot mine out there. Favorite non-baseball, basketball, football. The Big Lebowski all day long.
That's a win. That's a win.
That's a W across the board. There's not an L in that movie at all.
You're not even Jewish, Walter. You're Polish Catholic.
Oh. Favorite part of the movie is when he goes and spreads his ashes, and it's an epic fail. Favorite part of the movie has got to be that. Now, I mean, then
you're out of your element, Donnie.
Right, this is what happens, dude. When you I can't even say it. There's too much. There's other parts, but I like that. And I thought of one. I don't know if it will pass for a sports movie, but would karate be considered sports?
Yeah,
right. I mean, not considered. Yeah, not considered sport, but it's
sport. Yeah, it's sports.
Karate is definitely sports.
Like, I guess I thought. Well,
otherwise, my list is dumb.
Yes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I want that.
Nash is the shredder.
I don't know who it was.
I think Kevin Nash was the shredder.
Listen, them turtles banged on some people.
Oh my God.
Right, they were racking people.
Jesus, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Wait,
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Cole.
Yeah, it was the film from the night. Oh, they released one kind of recently, but it was the '90s one. I'm not a fan of all that new crap. I want it to be, like obvious that they're in like some stupid costume. Like right here, let me bring it up. This one.
Bro, you can't tell me that's not real.
These guys.
Yeah, you want the original one, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good. They
literally bred turtles to look that way. That's not people in suits.
See, this is the new one, which I guess is
all
right. But it's not the same. It's not the same. I remember playing the game on.
That's actually Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State, which is actually a fantastic sports show.
Yep.
And that's Thad Castle who played him.
What I remember the most. Do you remember playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game?
The arcade game, absolutely.
Yes, which was
Aladdin's Castle.
Oh, it was the best.
Yeah, but it was even better on SNES
That's what I'm thinking.
Because you didn't have to dump a bunch of quarters into it.
Right, right. But yeah, so I mean, and then I don't really have a third one. I guess I said 1 and 2. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Chuck Norris. I know everyone talks about him, loves the guy. I'm just not a fan. Pass, punt. There you go. I'm punting on the other one. So no, it was a Big Lebowski and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever ones you want to count. Just make 3 out of it.
What's your favorite your favorite?
The Big Lebowski.
Okay. All right, sweet.
I would have said Super Troopers, but there's not enough sports.
That's not sports at all.
I'm just saying.
This isn't Nom, right?
Yeah.
There are rules.
Yes. Just saying. I'm just saying.
And Sammy, I got to give your wife, Jess here, big props. Jake Gyllenhaal.
I hate that movie.
Jessica, I already liked you a lot.
I absolutely. I have never ever liked that movie.
I'll steal Brenda Palm. I'm a Talladega Nights fan as well. Yes, you're right. My wife loves it, and I've watched it many, many times.
You know what they say?
So
if you don't chew Big Red.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it, but you know what they say.
What about plane, trains, and automobiles?
That's not a sports movie.
Just thought maybe.
It's a great film. Great.
Just put it out there. Yeah, I know that's a great movie, Jess. Thank you.
My favorite non-sports film of all time, The Departed. Great film.
All right, Sammy, your 3 others.
So my 3 others are, the first one is, I was going to say Slapshot.
Good choice.
But I think a lot of people have seen it. It's a great movie. Actually, AJ Long is who introduced me to that movie, and it's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you should absolutely watch it. But it's going to be in the same vein. So my first favorite non-baseball, basketball, or football sports movie is a movie called Goon. And it's with Sean William Scott.
Yes.
And he plays a minor league hockey player whose sole job is he's a goon. He goes out there. He's not very good at hockey. He just goes out there and fights and roughs people up. And I think that's Lee Schreiber is the established goon in the league at that time. And he really it's first of all, don't watch this around your kids because it is so ungodly violent. They literally knock each other's teeth out, compound fractures, like ankles broken in half. But it is fantastic. The movie's great. Love it. Love that movie.
God, I love you, Sammy.
My second favorite non major sport or whatever is Bloodsport, because Bloodsport's amazing. And if you don't like Bloodsport, there's something wrong with you. That movie's out.
I don't think I've ever watched it. I don't think I've ever watched it.
That is literally one of the first movies I can remember ever watching as a kid, like first action movie. And I thought Jean-Claude Van Damme was probably the toughest guy ever in the world. And I think it might be this movie is who Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat was based off of.
Yes.
So that's why Johnny Cage does the splits and punch you in the nuts, because Jean-Claude Van Damme does that in that movie. My My third is going to be a movie, is going to be basically a carbon copy of that movie, except so much more hokey and so much more 80s or early 90s, and that is Best of the Best.
Yes.
Best of the Best is Best of the Best is just a whole different level of cheese, and it's got Chris Penn, and I think he died. Yeah, he died in the movie, and oh, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. But it is almost a scene for scene recreation of Bloodsport, which is probably why I love it so much.
Listen, James Earl
Bloodsport,
badass.
Best of the Best. If you guys want to have a good weekend, we'll get a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'll throw the big screen in the backyard, and we'll just run those until we fall asleep.
2 hours later. Listen, so I got to throw in a curveball. I'm going to take Talladega Nights out of mine. I just thought about it. I don't think I've seen anyone put it up here. But what about the Karate Kid?
Wax on, wax off.
Come on, man.
Daniel San.
It's good. It's good.
It's great. Everyone knows
Hey,
it. We just forgot about
Listen,
As long as it's not the Jaden Smith version.
it. I don't know which one that is.
could we consider Napoleon Dynamite a sports film because of Rex Kwon?
Because he plays tetherball?
No, because of Rex Kwon.
Absolutely not.
Rick Doris, walk
Good
away.
God.
He does play
Rick Doris,
tetherball.
Walk away.
So we still haven't got anybody to call in on the gym that Rocky trained in during his.
I can't believe that nobody knows this question.
It's so simple.
There's zero chance that anybody is getting the hard question tonight.
My
Zero.
son knows the answer to this question, and he's never even watched Rocky. Wyatt could come on here right now and tell you guys, and he's never even seen it. What up, O-Dog?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to put out the hard question now because people are going to have to Google it for 20 minutes.
Yep.
So maybe somebody will catch it.
Sure, boy.
So here's going to be the hard question for trivia tonight.
It's the hard one, baby.
In the movie, White Men Can't Jump, Woody Harrelson and Rosie Perez are running from two gangsters. What are those gangsters known collectively?
They're never.
So
gonna-
let me rephrase that again in case that's not clear.
The what,
Woody
bro?
Harrelson and Rosie Perez are running from two people, and they call both of those people by one name. What is that name? White Man Can't Jump. Get your Googles going.
That's all right.
Hey, I ruined my car brick. I'm just going to grab it.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to bring Danny Reed back on. Yep.
Is he already on it?
Yep.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
We got Danny.
No, this is Karen.
Oh, we got Karen.
Hold on.
What
Wait,
is
she's
the
got to
answer?
wait. She has to wait. Tom just had to run outside for something. I don't know what he's doing. Oh. So just tell her, like, let's put her on like a 3-minute hold till he comes back. She's got to.
So her answer is correct. In Mighty Mix, Karen Fletcher Roth is killing
Coming
right
in
now.
hot.
Karen, what are your 3 non-baseball, basketball, or football sports movies? What are your favorite 3 non-basketball, baseball, or football sports movies?
Prop 61 is my first.
Okay, that's your favorite.
That's my favorite. And then this, I'm
Your mother's
totally
on the phone.
here. I love.
Your mother called in. You got it right.
We are Marshall.
Yes.
Yeah,
My mother called in.
Yes.
Is she still talking?
Yes.
Yes, that movie.
And I don't know what my third one is. Tom would know. I don't know.
What the hell, Mom?
Well, regardless of not, even if you don't have a third one, you got the answer right. So we very, very much appreciate you. Thank everybody. Thank Karen for calling in with the right answer, dropping some movie knowledge.
Way to go, Karen.
Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks, Mom.
It's a great Great job.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hi, Karen.
I will not be giving my mother that signed picture.
Oh, you did win the signed picture.
I will not.
You
be
need to
giving
replace your senior picture with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to replace my senior picture with that.
Right. Just slide it on in. Oh, that sounded
I'm going to
weird.
do that.
Oh my God! Listen, AJ Log brings up another great one, and we almost should have done a hockey one. I just don't know if enough people have watched hockey movies. But Mystery Alaska is great.
Isn't AJ the guy that like brought you to your first hockey game and you're in love with it, even though you have no idea what's going on?
Oh no, I have an idea what's going on, and I absolutely he is absolutely the reason why I like hockey. 100%. Go Chicago Blackhawks.
So we talk about hockey, which uses a stick to hit the puck. Why don't we talk about our favorite golf films, which is a stick hitting a ball?
Because I don't know.
My favorite three
Happy
are
Gilmore.
everybody.
I have one, and it's Happy Gilmore. Don't take it from me. That's the best I got.
That's
Go.
it. It's Happy Gilmore, it's Caddyshack, and Legend of Bagger Vance. Those are my three.
All right. I'm going to go number 3, Legend of Bagger Vance. Number 2, the Shia LaBeouf greatest game ever. No, yeah. No, it might not have been Shia LaBeouf, though. But the greatest game. Yeah, no, it was Shia LaBeouf. The greatest game ever played. And then number 1, Caddyshack. Caddyshack all day. The Baby Ruth in the pool, classic.
Chevy Chase is, Chevy Chase gets a lot of crap. He takes a lot of crap. But and you know what? Everybody else have talked about non sports movies, so I'm going to drop mine out here too. Chevy Chase was in Fletch and Fletch Returns, and both of those movies are outstanding. And the only reason I even gave those movies a shot was because of Caddyshack.
Oh, absolutely.
I have watched Fletch and Fletch Returns probably 9 times each.
Listen, Bill Murray in Caddyshack, I guess you could say, I'm not going to say it because it's expletive written, but, he was great. And can we talk about real quick? So I'm a big golfer. Obviously, Sammy, Ryan, you know that. I have fantasized for 8 years about having that golf bag that Rodney Dangerfield had, where I can hit the button and the Bud Light thing comes out, and I can just pour myself a Bud Light right from the bag. Can you imagine how game-changing that would be? Sammy, I wouldn't even need you at a golf outing. I wouldn't need to call you and yell "Cervezas aquí" at that point.
I'll tell you what, guys. I think I'm going to raise the bar. I think I'm going to raise the bar right here. If you get the question correct of what was the name of the gangsters chasing Woody Harrelson and Rosie Perez in the movie White Man Can't Jump, if you call in with the correct answer for that, we will give you a hoodie with 440 in goal printed on the hoodie.
I don't even have that.
I have a coat. I will, John, if you're watching, you're not getting my coat. Actually, so what we need to do is, I was just looking at the time. We should hit business of the day real quick and give ourselves like a 2-minute, 48-second break. You guys good with that?
Cool.
Yeah, because then when we come back, we're going to hit most overrated and football and hopefully a little time for wrestling.
Yes. Okay. All right. So let me, we're going to let Tom take this one away. So our business of the day today is going to be
peaches, Cinderellas.
Rare cherry.
Well, that was talked about.
Yeah. Anywho, well, let me get AJ Long's comment down. Let's see. Maple Ridge Golf Course. So Tom said he's a big golfer. He loves to go golfing. I think, I usually just do a little beer golf, but that's it. But yeah, go ahead, Tom. We'll let you take it away, buddy.
All right. So Maple Ridge Golf Course. When I first learned how to golf, it was at this course. And it is held a place in my heart for years. The Gerbits just do an amazing job putting this course together every year and maintaining it and just really giving golfers in Ashtabula County a wonderful place to go. Outings and everything of the sort. I mean, there's never a bad time to be had at Maple Ridge. In a time where sports are kind of put to the wayside, golf has been the one constant because Governor DeWine decided to make golf courses open during this time. And the Gerbits were at the forefront of making everything safe, making it so you don't have to reach into a hole to get your ball. Just everything has been changed for golf, but it remains the same. And a big reason for that are the Gerbits and how they put everything at the forefront of enabling golfers to have a sense of normalcy during this time. We have a friend, John McCoy, who's going to have the Iron Foundation outing July 18th there. Maybe some spots open. So if you can, get in there. But if you're a golfer, you need to check out Maple Ridge. I know you already have, but we're all going to be there tomorrow. So it's going to be sweet. So thank you, Gerbits. Thank you, Maple Ridge. I can't wait to spend the rest of my summer and fall at your course. Thank you for everything you do.
All right, so bringing it back real quick, guys, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a 2-minute, 48-second break. Can't wait to come back, finish off the second half of the show. It's going to be interesting. So talk to you guys here 2 minutes, 48 seconds. All right, everybody, welcome back to the 4-4 on Goal live broadcast. Let's see if I can get this on here the right way. Nope, not working well. There it is. Thank you. That worked out better. So as you guys know, last show we talked about a little bit of new software. So I'm still getting used to it, clicking the right buttons at the right time. We used to just push buttons like my wife's buttons, and that doesn't work out very well most of the time. And pushing those buttons aren't working out either. So, anywho, so the question right now that no one's called in, right, Sammy? While we were on break,
not a single trivia god has called in yet. I am so thoroughly disappointed right now. I can't even take it.
So Marlon's pumped about the our little section about wrestlers. We know him. You better message Candido, get him on here. I know he's in, I don't know, maybe he's in like France now or Italy. I don't know where the hell he's at. Message Candido, get him on here. I know he's in. Wait, why are we getting? Anyways, not for Bud Light. About time you did wrestling. Oh, Raja, don't like your attitude. Tell you that right now.
Clown.
Tin Cup. That sounds terrible.
It's a good film. Kevin Costner.
I just don't like it.
The question is, and we're going to allow this ticker to run the entire night periodically. I'm going to state the question out loud. That way, whoever's watching knows that we are doing it, because obviously some people jump in, they jump out. For some reason, a little bit ago, I was pretty pumped.
I am looking for the names that that Billy and Rosie Perez called them during the movie.
And mind you, you do receive a 440 in gold hooded signed sweatshirt. Signed.
It's not going to be signed, but it's going to have 440 in gold on here. You're going to get one of these. If you can tell me who are Woody Harrelson and Rosie Perez running from in White Men Can't Jump.
It will be signed, though. I'm signing the tag, at least.
My mother says Raging Bull. She just comments Raging Bull.
Because that's her third.
Her third?
That's her third favorite.
Oh.
Remember, she didn't have one.
She is.
Tom went outside for something, so he doesn't remember. He missed the most important part of the show that would relate to him in any way, shape, or form.
So what were my mother's favorites? I have to ask.
Wait, no, Tom, no, wait. Tom, what are your mother's favorite shows?
I would say 61.
All right, wait.
Bull and
The Kicker.
Bull Durham.
No.
Fallacy.
Then I don't know my mother very well.
Nope.
You gotta call in.
Thanks for joining us. You gotta. I'm not. You gotta call it in.
This isn't Jersey Shore, Dante.
You gotta call in.
Phone number's on the screen. Scrolling through. Give it a second. You'll see it. It's 440-207-0669. If you call it in, you get yourself a free hoodie sent to you.
We don't even know our number, man.
No, we're learning.
We're not even like Mike Jones.
But who really knows their phone number?
Mike Jones knows his phone number.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't anymore because he changed it immediately.
230-881.
All right, we're gonna go into our top 3 football movies.
Right.
Yes.
This should be an interesting one.
You guys start.
Go ahead, Tom.
All right, so number 3, I'm going to go Brian's.
Oh, we got a call.
What?
Got a call. Got to ring a ding ding.
Call from.
Oh, and if you've won already, you can't call in.
Accept, press 1.
Nope. Hang up on him.
2.
You can't. Billman. Hang up. Just don't answer. Just.
2.
Unless we're calling.
No.
All right, Billman. Wait until.
That's how handsome we are. We don't want to call.
Nope.
Listen. Wait until.
Hey,
we're gonna announce when a double winner can happen.
Mm-hmm. If you wanted to come on and tell, do you still have them on, or you decline it?
No, I declined it. Tom, go ahead.
Okay, let's go.
All right, number 3, Brian's song. There are few times in a man's life. Cry.
We got another one.
Oh.
Call from. To accept, press.
Who is it?
Welcome to 440 and goal. Who do we got here?
Who this?
Dante Pollard. What is your answer to the question of who are chasing them, and what are your top 3? You're so close, but that is incorrect. It is. You're very, very close. I feel like you're on Wheel of Fortune, and you missed one letter. What are your top three favorite football movies?
Any Given Sunday,
Okay.
Draft Day.
All right. Wait a minute. No, it's right.
And say, tell them we get charged by the minute on this. You gotta
Program.
The program. Okay. And what is your answer for the question again? I just want to make sure I heard it correctly.
It was wrong, remember?
Yeah, but I want to make sure I heard it. All right. Nope. Yeah, that was wrong. But listen, Dante, because you were such a good sport, you called in and you're very close. I'm gonna message you after the show. You're gonna get a mug or a water bottle anyway.
Yeah, that's still legit, guys.
Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah,
I'll give it to him
for sure.
But listen, thanks for calling in, Dante.
Yeah, appreciate it,
Big
buddy.
ups,
Thank you,
Dante.
Dante.
Listen, guys, the question still
I
stands.
love that phone thing.
If you get this answer right, you are getting a 440 and goal hoodie. Dante Pollard was so close. It is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, right there. Tom, back at you, brother. Go ahead.
All right. So, like I said, number 3, Brian's song. There are few times in a man's life when it's acceptable to cry. When his son's born or daughter, when he gets married, when a loved one dies. But I love Brian Piccolo's speech. I'm actually tearing up thinking about it. That film is amazing, and you need to watch it. Sorry, I'm kind of choking up thinking about it. Number
For
2,
the love of God.
It's a good movie, man. Stop it. Stop. Number 2, All Things Fall Apart with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, who plays very unconvincingly at that a college football player, and he's like 50 at this point, but who has a very life-threatening disease, and it's a college football film, but it's very, very poignant, and it really will tug at your heartstrings. It's about more than, it shows how life's about more than football. But number 1, Any Given Sunday, the Oliver Stone masterpiece, starring Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J, Lawrence Taylor, Dennis Quaid, Jim Brown, and Al Pacino, amongst others. That film, growing up, I thought football players were heroes. They were people to be admired. It was the first time in my life, after watching that film, I realized maybe these guys aren't that great at people. And if you ever have a chance to watch it, if you've seen it, if you hate it, if you love it, no matter what, that film will always sit with you. And the speech that LL Cool J, a.k.a. Julian Washington, when he says, "Kiss my Armani ass," in that film, I have used that line multiple times in my life, and I only own.
We got a call, boys.
Armani jeans, so I still love it.
Pump Boy.
Pump Boy's calling in.
Oh, Pump Boy!
Pump Boy, welcome to the show. All right,
Pump
so
Boy.
what's your answer? That is absolutely correct. It is the Stucci or the Stucci brothers Absolutely.
Way to
Fantastic.
go, buddy.
Pump Boy's got himself a hoodie coming towards him right now. Pump Boy, I need to know what your top 3 favorite football movies are. Go ahead.
Any Given Sunday, The Last Boy Scout, The Waterboy.
Okay. All right.
You said The Last Boy Scout?
He said The Last Boy Scout, which is a nice pull.
Oh my God. Pump Boy, I know you pump for Christ at this point.
Pump Boy, I'm going to message you after the show, and we're going to start talking about some of the specifics for your 440 and goal hoodie. Congratulations on getting
buddy. All right.
of the night. Absolutely.
Get a phone call. We're getting some more activity. I like it.
Thanks again, Pump Boy.
Yeah, big up to Pump Boy, man. He is one that has been with us since day one.
Day one.
He's been there rocking with us the whole time. So I'm going to go real quick since Tom, I don't know if I can follow that up that well, but I'm going to try to. So
Somebody cry.
one of my favorite movies is The Express, the Ernie Davis story. Great movie. And I am a little biased, big Browns fan, and obviously there's a lot that goes into it with Cleveland. I got to go The Waterboy. Me and my son, my 6-year-old, I introduced him to The Waterboy the other day, and that was great. And I love Friday Night Lights. I love that movie. It was a great movie overall. And then should have been top 3. I know we said only 4, but it's going to be Varsity Blues.
Ryan, I have one question for you.
Yep.
Do you remember when the Mud Dogs were down at halftime and they come back and win the Bowman Bowl?
Yes. I remember when the Mud Dogs came back and won
won the Bowman
with
Bowl?
the Waterboy.
They come back and win the Bowman Bowl?
Yes. Oh, good God almighty. All right, Sammy, you're on deck. Let it ride.
All right. So my favorite, I'm not in any particular order, but my favorite first one I'll name is Little Giants. I love that movie.
Yep.
I still watch that. It's another one of those movies. And basically my entire list is based on if I see this on TV, it doesn't matter where it's at, I'm going to sit down and watch it. So Little Giants, the annexation of Puerto Rico, bada boom. We're going with that as one of my top 3.
Sounds like a little bias there, too. Just my opinion. That's all it is.
Take it easy there, Zoltan, the gas man. Listen, Friday Night Lights, I do want to kind of talk about that. So here's the thing with Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights, I don't know if people forget or not, ends terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is the first movie I can remember having to swallow, like having to stomach that awful feeling at the end where everything isn't okay. You know what I mean? Spoiler alert. They don't win the final game.
Right.
They in a Tennessee Titans-esque way come up this short from winning, the championship. And I legitimately, like, it made me, I mean, I didn't cry or anything. I just remember feeling like genuinely bad about like how I could feel, when you've tried that hard and you've gone all, put all this work into it. And you still come up short. It's really unsettling. It's a bad way. It's a bad, way to end a movie. For feeling wise, it's a fantastic way to end the movie because I'll never forget it. It reminds me of, I think it's The Mist, which is bar none the worst ending to a movie ever. If you ever watch this movie let me make sure it's called The Mist.
So while you're thinking about that, I got to ask.
Yeah, it's called The Mist.
Tom, this is going to exclude you a little bit, so I do apologize. But
thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're well. At least I gave you the heads up, so you weren't like totally like sideswiped by it. But in high school, the entire football team, when we played, we went and seen a movie at the Sticky Theater.
Wait, was the theater on 20?
What was that movie?
Yes.
What was that movie? And here's why I remember that movie I'll never forget it in my life. I wish Cameron Bob was watching this movie because I remember he left. Him and I think Elijah Watt did too because they said it was too scary. The movie was The Ring.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember in my mind whether or not it was like a sports.
I love you, Cam.
Like
you're my guy.
But I could not remember whether it was a sports film or it was a horror film. But I knew it was one of the two.
I remember very distinctly when she starts to crawl out of the TV. Cameron is sitting right behind me, and Elijah Watt is sitting right behind me, and both of them stand up, and I hear Cameron say, "Bump this! I ain't watching this." So yeah, Sticky Theater, old Nichols Plaza.
Yep. And a little throwback, so you guys all know, a little reference from me and Sammy. I got my first job was at Garfield's, but my second was at the Sticky Theater. Me and Sammy used to have spitball fights at each other during the movie. So we had a solid 2 hours in between every movie just to screw around. Like we literally, if there was a job in life I could say proudly I did nothing, it was probably that job. And then we let everyone possible pass through to get a movie to watch it for free. Anyone that we knew, there you go.
You didn't bring money for popcorn? That's fine. That's okay. That's fine. You just can't have any candy because they count that.
Right. Popcorn, they didn't. So just so you guys know, that was a great time in our lives. That's how far back me and old Sammy over there go. So,
but so anyway, Friday Night Lights. I think it's because of playing high school football, or being on the team. But feeling that feeling of disappointment, and nobody has ever done it better than that movie for me, other than, like I said, The Mist, which I encourage nobody to watch that. I'm still pissed off at AJ Long for making me watch that.
And then does anyone know, so this might be a good Astra Beulah trivia question, maybe it's just me being the fool that I can be. What was the actual name of that joint?
Nichols Plaza.
Nichols Plaza.
That was what it was, but the whole plaza was called that.
Yeah.
But what was the name of the movie theater we worked at? Like when I got a pay stub.
The Saybrook Movie Theater, and it was owned by a guy named Leo who lived in Pennsylvania.
Was it just as simple as that?
Yeah, it was Saybrook Movie Theater.
And
I remember, don't forget when we got that job because there was a certain guy we knew who worked there and quit because they wanted a raise for putting movies together and splicing them. And then they refused to give that person a raise.
Good God. He chased me around the building one time. You remember that?
No. Are you talking about a different guy? The guy I'm talking about is a guy who lives in infamy because of the raucous after-hours activity that happened at a certain motel.
Roy
Jones!
No. Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yes, sir.
He worked there, but he was like a technician.
Yep.
He was the one making sure the films worked right.
He was the person who spliced together the movie theater. The movie.
Yes, he was. Should we put that name out there? Are we not doing that?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that to him.
Why not?
Put it out there.
Because maybe he doesn't want that to be known.
Yeah, we were 16. I don't even think. No, we were 16 because I was driving in the Cadillac.
My third favorite football movie, and this is a bit of a stretch for a football movie, but football does play a huge part, both for the main character and the premise. Is Two for the Money with Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino. Not a lot of people have seen it. That's a great.
Two for the Money is a fantastic film, Sammy.
That is another one of those underrated movies people don't talk about.
Respect.
Great movie between those guys. Do we throw out another? Do we have another trivia question? An easier one?
Yes, we do. Hold on.
It's football related. Can I ask the question? Can I do it real quick?
Do your thug dizzle, Tom.
All right. So before I ask the trivia question, Danny talks about the program. Great film. James Caan, Omar Epps, Halle Berry. Oh, excuse me. And I think Craig Sheffer. Great film. I would put it on my top films, but I hate James Caan. James Caan's the worst. Anyway, final trivia question of the night. What team did Cuba Gooding Jr. play for in Jerry Maguire when he said, "Show me the money. Show me the money"?
So what team was Cuba Gooding Jr. on in the movie Jerry Maguire?
Show me the money.
That one, it seems Googleable, so I anticipate a call on that.
Yeah, and I hope that there is.
Yeah.
You want to tell them you're welcome for giving you a mug, a water bottle, and my 8x10 picture, because you are going to get that with that easy of a question.
Do you guys remember that movie that show? It was a fantastic show called Stump the Schwab.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to bring Danny and Billman on here and have our own Stump the Schwab.
Well, actually, Sammy, it's funny you say that, because when our website drops, I wanted to do a collaboration with Nick where we go back and forth on sports trivia, a main part of our site. I think that'd be really cool.
I would like to. I mean, one day maybe we should. You want to do? I mean, Danny, I know you're watching, and you have become one of the followers. I would imagine. It seems like, I don't know, the past 3 shows he's been a pretty big regular on here, if I recall.
Oh yeah, Danny has been a good friend of mine for years and years.
Yeah, I love it.
And by the way, I did see Danny's or was it a Facebook Live video of, I think it was taste testing chicken.
Yeah. So he does chicken sandwiches, which is great. But
the reason why he picked chicken sandwiches, it was because it was less expensive. If I recall,
my favorite one that he does actually, it's a riot, is fruit snacks. You've got to watch his breakdown of fruit snacks because it's hilarious.
I'm a man who likes his fruit snacks, so I want to see that.
Danny Reed, do you happen to be one that you get them in the bag? Maybe it's because I'm overweight and fat and I enjoy the entire bag in my mouth at once. But you empty the whole bag into your hand and you crush them.
No, Brian, you're the only person on earth who does that.
Shove them in your mouth. Come on.
I thought everyone did that.
Yeah, I thought they did too.
Listen, take it easy there, Hannibal Lecter and Ted Bundy. That's serial killer shit.
Oh, good night.
Hey, Sammy, watch your mouth.
Good God.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Billman just said he's all for it. You know what, guys? If we're going to be doing this website where we're going to be putting content out, maybe we bring Danny on to do some chicken sandwich reviews, hamburger reviews.
Oh no, we got to bring Danny on. We bring Danny on for content. I don't think you know about Danny.
Listen to content.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the show.
I mean, you're not just getting articles from me. You're also getting like towel pictures on the website.
I got to throw him up on the show just for a brief second, just because the way this man is dressed, I love it. I just love it. Hold on. I just got to put him up there. Good night. The hat, it says, I think, attack with an Ohio. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
The drip is way
over here.
That drip has only been seen with Joe Exotic and his EMS jacket after the chick's arm got ripped off in Tiger King. That's that level of drip right there.
So Leah Frazier.
Yeah, that's Brandon. 100.
Brandon, that your hands aren't big enough to crush a fruit snack. That's why you don't do it. So I am not the only Hannibal Lecter in the room. I will tell you that.
Well, listen, I mean, apparently you keep the same company. So you got Hannibal, Ted Bundy, and John Wayne Gacy. Cool.
Hey, Sammy, how long have we been friends?
Yep. Well, I guess that makes me Richard Ramirez.
Right. Call it what you want, man.
Remember, if your hands are too small, just go the Uncle Jack route. It's always funny. And put the hands on, bro. There's no shame.
Yep.
Nobody look.
Listen, we have another category and wrestling to get to.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Let's hit
Yeah,
most overrated movies. Your top 3 most overrated sports movies of all time. Tom.
All right. I'm just going to run through it. Brendan, you're probably going to me. I don't know.
You are so like you're echoing a ton.
That's because my stuff needs to be repeated, bro.
Yeah, that's why.
All right.
That will fix
Number
it.
3, Rudy. Number 2, The Babe with John Goodman. Number 1, I'll let you crucify me. I don't care. Rocky. The most overrated sports film of all time.
Dude, what's it like living in Wrongville?
What's it like?
Where's your
What's
green
it like
screen?
living in Wrongville? You do
Great.
Where's your green screen?
I don't usually have to pay utilities, and my fiance and son love me, so it's pretty great in Wrongville, dude. Pretty great.
This is going to be really hard for me to answer because I don't really watch anything.
Ryan, you're probably
I just
your
don't.
most overrated sports movie of all time is probably like Coach, the NBC show. Yeah, Rick, I just don't like Rocky, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I think Sylvester Stallone's a clown. I think that
I feel like as soon as you say that, you get put on the cannot fly list. Like I feel like if this was the 60s, you're immediately labeled.
Osama bin Laden. Listen,
I mean,
AJ, Raging Bull is a fantastic film, and Martin Scorsese directed the shit out of that film. That is a blasphemous comment. And
Rocky is one of the best movies of all time, and you just said it's overrated.
Rocky's one of the best films of all time.
You should be in prison for life.
You know what, Sammy? You don't own space. It does.
All right, Sammy,
go. It's all water.
Sammy, go. Because I'm not even going to go because I don't even know what to say. We've had a couple viewers that want to hit into a little bit of wrestling. I want to make sure we touch on that.
All right, listen.
Still handsome, AJ.
The number 1 most overrated movie of all time is Rudy. I don't care about Notre Dame football. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is absolutely the most overrated movie of all time.
I
don't care that I am the same size as Rudy. That doesn't give me hope to play football.
No, it doesn't.
All right. The second most overrated movie of all time is Hoosiers.
Yes.
I absolutely hate that movie. Never can get into it. Gene Hackman is a great actor. That movie just sucks.
Look what Ricky said.
Here's the problem, Ricky. I can't say that Days of Thunder is overrated because nobody likes that movie.
Days of Thunder is good, bro. I like Tom Cruise.
First of all, Tom, you said Rocky's a bad movie. I'm done with you. I said good day.
You know what?
Okay, wait. Tom's mom comes on and says, I saw Rocky in Cincinnati when it first came out. And at the end, the entire audience stood up screaming and clapping. That's real.
Karen Fletcher Roth has spoken.
Just
you know what, Mom?
putting her son on blast.
You know what? You know what? Just for that, in a couple of years, when you go to the nursing home, you're not getting the gold package. You're getting the bronze package. So deal with
BS
that.
on that, Karen. I got your back.
Yeah,
listen, and my third, and I don't know if it's going to be most controversial, is Field of Dreams. I hate that movie. absolutely hate that movie.
This is trash.
And honorable mention on that is Tin Cup. So everybody loves, and Danny Reed is one of my favorite human beings ever. But he did say that Kevin Costner's great, and I hate Kevin Costner.
Shut your mouth.
All right, let's get into a little bit of WWE. We got about.
What is your most overrated, Ryan?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Ryan's most overrated movie of all time is Citizen Kane.
I've never watched it. Never watched it. So one thing you guys, the viewers, can know, I don't watch movies unless I guess I'm forced to by a child. I am a huge fan. I'm going to put myself on blast. Sammy's going to love this. I am a huge fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Big fan.
Real quick, guys, before we end this and we go to wrestling, what is your favorite sports television show of all time? And I'm going to start it.
Friday Night Lights.
Playmakers.
Favorite?
Sam, if you say Friday Night Lights with Connie Britton, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to smack that beard right on your face.
I don't know if it's an actual I don't know if it counts as a TV show. I know I watched it every week when I was like 12 on ESPN2. The And One Mixtape Tour was my favorite series.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Like Hot Dog, AI, AO, like.
Can we shout out Malt Liquor, a.k.a. Marlon Yop, Blue Mountain State. Great, one of the greatest football shows ever. Not better than Playmakers, but Thad Castle.
Listen, does Hanging with Mr. Cooper count as a sports show?
It absolutely
TV
does.
show?
It absolutely does.
So I mean, that's going to be my win. I'm going to go with Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Okay, I'm going to go. My favorite would be Friday Night Lights. I am going to co-sign with my wife who yelled that in there, and I think Danny Reed and Nick Billman and someone else.
Brendan, I still love you, dude.
And I will go with Sammy on that. I forgot about, I don't know if it would count, but And One Basketball was it. I mean, I was always an overweight kid that just wished he could move that fast and just never could. Yeah, but it is what it is. So, moving into a touch of wrestling to end the show. I don't have a pyramid like what we were using with the quarterbacks, but I'm going to do top 10 instead of 25 just because we have just only about 10 minutes left, and then we'll kind of debate whether or not Bleacher Report is right. Yes,
Kenny Powers.
Yeah, Pump Boy actually just won it. That's actually my name.
Listen,
he deserves a sweater and a t-shirt.
Yeah, Pump Boy for the win.
Yeah.
I know one of us had our own stylist, and one of us shops
Steal
at
shit from Fashion Bug.
That's what I know.
All right, bringing in a little bit of WWE old school. I thought about this myself the other night. Someone put a post out there of Stone Cold coming into a Royal Rumble and just stunning every single person that walked through the ring or walked up to him. I think he laid out about 9 of them before he looked like he was out of breath and couldn't do it anymore. And his knee braces were going to fall off. So let me pop this up. So coming in at number 10, per the Bleacher Report. So these are the top 10 wrestlers of all time per BleacherReport.com. Number 10 would be Sting. So Sting, if I recall right, Marlon, you're probably going to be the best one to be able to come in and chat about it right now. Here we go. So Tim Duncan's the best basketball player too. Anyways,
you didn't know John Cena was a wrestler. You don't count.
Yeah, that is true. He walked away. He's going to the bathroom. Anyways, so Sting coming in at number 10, which he was one of my favorite wrestlers, especially during the WWC era.
Hated his guts. I hated him when he was Surfer Sting, and I hated him even more when he was the Crow.
Coming in at number 9, Bret, the Hitman Hart. And I would guess before you say anything, Sammy, you despise this man. He just does not seem someone that you would appreciate in any way, shape, or form.
I loved Bret Hart.
Did you really?
I loved Bret Hart. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. I love that dude. He was a prick, but he was
just, you know, it wasn't.
But you know what is funny is I didn't like anybody in his camp. Any of them.
Owen
I
Hart.
didn't like the British Bulldog. I didn't like Owen Hart. None of those guys. Bret Hart was awesome to watch, though.
Okay, and Marlon, since you're on here, let us know, who was it? Was it Owen Hart that died during the?
Yeah, when he was playing the Blue Blazer, and his vest, like his equipment broke, and he actually died. And contrary to popular belief, there is not a video of him dying because it wasn't being live cast at that time. That was a recorded segment.
Thank you, Marlon. He does confirm. All right, coming in at number 8. Oh, I didn't read this, but the
the
Heartbreak Kid.
Shawn
Michaels. They think I'm cute. Oh, they know I'm sexy. I used to have that on the CD.
I have no idea who this is.
That drive the girls.
How do you not know who Shawn Michaels is?
Because I watched real television when I was a child.
Oh,
I watched PBS.
Yeah, he was too busy watching Beekman's World.
I was watching what?
Beekman's World. How's that for a reference?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And he does score a. Listen, this is I didn't realize this was on here, but the look. So just a overall appearance is a 10 out of 10.
Shawn Michaels was awesome. Not only his attitude, not only what he did in the ring, he changed the way wrestling was for guys like him. Like just kind of a smaller guy. Sweet Chin Music is this regular move that is still one of my favorites to ever watch. Like it can happen. It reminds me of the RKO because it can happen out of nowhere.
Right.
And he was just great. Like no matter what, whether he was playing face or heel, he was always entertaining to watch. I always loved Shawn Michaels.
Right. And don't forget, guys, we still have a trivia question up on the board that we're still waiting on a phone call. What team, it's scrolling there on the bottom, what team did Cuba Gooding Jr. play for in Jerry Maguire? Call in. If you've won already, please don't.
You got about 6 minutes.
Yep, 6 minutes, and then we throw the bottle away. Anyways, this man, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, no.
How do you not love the Bagman?
Because he sucks. He sucks as a wrestler. His whole character sucked. It was boring.
No.
Listen,
I had a third grade teacher. My father referred to her as Rowdy Roddy. Okay. So if you went to Chestnut, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Sammy, the only reason I know who this is he was a character in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He was in that wrestling episode. That's the only reason I know who this dude is.
Isn't that the episode where she sings "Kiss from a Rose" to her feet?
Yeah,
yeah, that's one of very few I've seen. That's one of the funniest pieces of TV I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And this has given them a good as a talker.
What was his finishing move even?
I don't know. I just liked him.
Probably something to do with the bagpipe from the way he's dressed.
Wore a kilt.
Yeah, you know who else wore a kilt? The mosh pitters or whatever they were called. And they
So did Arnold from Hey Arnold.
Coming in at number 6, which this
is wrong. This guy should be either number 1 or 2.
Yes, no sense. I don't know how. Listen. They have a 7 out of 10 for the look. So the Brahma Bull was already well muscled and looked ready for action. He had the look of a champion and look of a star.
The only thing I can think of is they must be holding against him when he came out as Rocky Maivia, and he had a Jerry curl and like Samoan garb.
Mm-hmm.
And people thought he was the dumbest looking wrestler. But listen, there are no wrestlers that are bigger than The Rock. Period.
I disagree.
On an international level, I promise you, he's getting the only person who might have more than him is John Cena.
So let me say something about that. As you guys know, I don't know anything about wrestling.
True.
The fact that The Rock is number 6 and he's one of the only wrestlers I know, I will tell you right now, I better be damn blown away by the next 5-6 people, because this dude right here if I were walking down the street and he was walking toward me, I would go to the other side of the street. I mean, no questions asked.
Here's the thing.
Moving in.
Here's the thing about The Rock. The Rock is another one of those guys. It's one of the most difficult things to do in wrestling is to remain popular as a heel. And he was a heel forever, and people loved him.
Sammy, what's a heel?
Villain.
Okay,
so face is like hero, heel is like villain.
So The Rock's a bad guy.
He was a bad guy for a long time.
I don't know. Would you consider him really?
Well,
he
let's
wasn't
see.
a bad guy or a good guy though either. He found
he was Vince McMahon's crony. He was part of the corporation,
right?
And he ran that storyline for a while. For
WWE.
very
It
long
was always you know, you were either with McMahon or you were against, and there was
you were either Stone Cold or McMahon. So
yeah, that was it. Yeah, like some of the greatest WWE throwbacks are with Stone Cold when he poured concrete into the limo, or not a limo, but it's Ferrari. What? Oh yeah, yeah.
Can we not forget? We cannot forget the fact that he hit Vince McMahon with a bedpan.
Yes, beat the crap out of him in a hospital. Well,
this all really happened.
Yes.
You guys aren't messing with me.
No, I don't know. This was the greatest time in wrestling.
Oh my God.
Ever. Like we grew up in prime wrestling. Like this is Deion Sanders in his prime. Is the era that we grew up.
My mind is literally blown.
So coming in, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
That's the Slim Jim guy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's the guy that did the Slim Jim.
We got a call.
Oh, we got a call.
Call from
Landon.
to accept, press 1. To send
Landon.
voicemail, press 2.
Landon.
Welcome to 440 and Goal. Who do we got here?
Brandon.
Oh God, it's Freddie.
Brandon who?
Frazier.
Oh man, what up, dog?
B-Rad Jeezy coming in.
All right, what is your answer?
Is it the Arizona Cardinals?
You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, I was really hoping you were going to say he's wrong, so I can.
Very in the nick of time. Okay, Brandon, what are your 3 favorite wrestlers of all time?
Stone Cold.
Okay,
Triple H.
that's a solid list.
Who was the third one? I didn't hear it.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Stone Cold. Obviously, everybody loves Stone Cold.
David Rivas just hopped in.
At the end of the show, David Rivas. Thanks for the call, Brandon. Appreciate it. Did you find out if he wanted a coffee cup or a mug?
I will get you after the show. I'll just text you.
Thanks for the call, Brandon.
Sammy, he's getting an autographed picture of me in the towel.
So the question gets answered. All right, let's make our way through the list.
All right, hold on. Let me take this off so the ticker's gone. All right, so coming in at number 5, Macho Man Randy Savage, which was one of my all-time favorites. Yep, he was the man. Number 4.
He's the Slim Jim guy.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair's awesome.
Chest slap.
I do know who he is.
And they did do the right thing. They gave him 10 out of 10 on the look. So that did – I mean, if there was one man that could – I mean, he is still like on NBA. He's on in the NFL.
Listen,
I mean, he's everywhere.
He's got a daughter that is not too shabby.
Wait, he has a daughter who wrestles?
Yes.
Oh, between me, you, and a walleye.
Coming in.
Sammy, what's her name?
Coming in at number 3.
She have an Instagram?
Hollywood. Well,
Yeah,
Hollywood,
her name is Charlotte Flair.
I wonder if Hulk Hogan, if they're using him at this era, or if it's as a whole Hollywood.
Hulk Hogan is just Hulk Hogan, no matter what era. Hulk Hogan literally was wrestling until Stone Cold.
Coming in at number 2, which is a terrible image of him.
And there you go.
There you go, buddy. The Undertaker.
There's no arguing that. There is no arguing. The Undertaker is one of the best of all time.
I do know who he is.
Hey, listen, Karen Fletcher Roth chimes in. I'm assuming this is during
She's
the
got him at number 1. Nick Coleman also has him at number 1, guaranteed.
All right, so before we go to number 1, I want everyone to throw up on the screen.
Who is your number 1 wrestler of all time?
Give it like 2 minutes. and we'll talk about the Undertaker because he was the man. He really was. At one, I mean,
You're right, Isaac. They could have come up with a way better picture than that.
Yeah. There was a terrible image they came up with, but
So, Ryan, I haven't seen this. Like, you're just doing this. I'm on the other computer.
Brendan
I'm
Paul.
gonna do who number one is, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, if number one is
Coco Beware.
I didn't know legitimately that this dude was a WWE wrestler.
I swear to God, if you say something ridiculous, I'm going to have to get in the car.
did anyone else
If it is
appreciate
who I think it
Yokozuna?
is, I legit thought this dude was just an actor.
Does anyone legit remember Yokozuna?
If you don't remember Yokozuna, you didn't watch wrestling.
How is he not in the
Who's
top
Yokozuna?
10? Come on.
Hey, here's a little factoid about Yokozuna. Yokozuna was not Japanese.
I was going to say, if you said he's overweight, I think that's pretty
No,
awesome.
he was not Japanese. Yokozuna was Samoan.
Bam, bam. That was a good one, Dean.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
Isaac Hawkins just threw out there.
Lex Luger,
Doink.
Sting. We already
My
went
Doink
to
the Clown.
My
Doink
best
the Clown.
friend, his uncle is Doink the Clown, and when he died, he inherited his fortune, which is crazy. Seriously.
Jeff. Oh, Megan's on.
Oh God.
Jeff.
My fiance's on, guys.
Jeff Hardy. He gave no sucks.
Well, that's not what that means, but okay, Ryan. Danny Reed's Tatanka.
Yep.
And that's been steady because every time I've ever talked to him about wrestling, it's been Tatanka. Rikishi absolutely was a ripoff of Yokozuna. Was almost a word for word ripoff for that entire gimmick.
So real quick, Isaac says, wait, repeat that. My best friend from college, his uncle is Doink the Clown. When he passed away, he gave my best friend his entire fortune. It was crazy. I can't believe it's still to this day. It's nuts.
I want to say I've got two guys. Well, I guess it would be three technically that don't get enough love because they were awesome. In D-Generation X, they had X-Pac, who was probably my favorite of that entire group.
X-Pac.
And the New Age Outlaws, also great.
Yeah. I always forget about X.
The most underrated, I guess everybody hates him because he was
on the top
technically, they said he was responsible for an injury.
Yep.
Downtown D'Lo Brown was awesome.
Hey, listen, Isaac is the new fan of Thom, I'm guessing.
Hey, Isaac, thank you.
Oh, the Four Horsemen. Good call, David. Let's see. Oh, the 1, 2, 3 kid, David. Man, David is a big
That's X-Pac.
wrestling fan.
That's X-Pac.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Firecracker Kid? Who's the Firecracker Kid? Why have I never heard of that?
I was watching on Netflix not too long ago. There's this bigger dude. His name was The Big Show.
Are you talking about the Big Show?
I hate you so much for saying it.
I think he was a wrestler. Was he a wrestler?
Yes, the Big
The
Show
Big
was.
Show?
He was like the largest wrestler in wrestling at one point in time.
No, dude, there's no way. Andre the Giant was big. Even
I said at one point in time he was like Andre the Giant's cousin or something.
In WCW, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Danny Reed brings up Paige too. Paige was an absolute fox.
Hey, who's the one guy? Was it like Khali or something like that?
The Great Khali.
Yeah, that man was a monster. Monster. Let's see. And then Dean says, Tom, just get off from that.
Hey, Dean.
There's one.
I plugged your parents' business for
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
The balls to say that. That's rude.
All right, let's get to number one.
Yeah, number one, coming in hot, and I think it's Stone Cold. Well, I already know it, so it is.
It's got to be Stone Cold.
Yeah, the rattlesnake, baby.
Yep.
The rattlesnake, Stone Cold, pouring beer, drinking beer. So, Tom, he came into Vince McMahon and his Goonies were on stage or on the ring. comes out in a Budweiser truck. Was it a Budweiser truck or a fire truck? One of the two.
What? That happened?
It
Yes.
was a Budweiser.
Budweiser truck and hoses them down with beer. Well, what's seen as beer, quote unquote. So probably what do they give it? It's got to be 10 out of 10 for the look. Mike skills. How do they give him an 8 out of 10 on Mike skills? That man was
because you obviously didn't listen to him talk when he first came out. When he was first a wrestler, he wasn't great on the mic. He developed into it.
Well, okay. So I'm stuck on the mic right now, and hopefully in 3 years I'll be better. It doesn't mean you give him a 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. I'm sorry.
So I have a question. John Cena isn't on this list.
He is, but he's not. So real quick rundown. I'm going to go from. Oh, Tom's computer died. Sorry. Do you want my plug?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
John Cena belongs. He go back up to like 7, 8, and 9 again.
So John Cena.
But that's fine because I legitimately didn't know he was a wrestler.
Yeah, I could see him taking over like Rowdy Piper.
Yep. He's bigger than Roddy Piper. He's bigger than Macho Man Randy Savage.
He's and
he's bigger than Sting. So he definitely should outrank all of those guys.
Listen, I do know who Sting was. Sting was the dude with the face paint, right? He had the white face paint, then he had the red face paint, and he never talked.
All right.
Bro.
So just to appease Marlon, because I think Marlon is probably the biggest wrestling fan. Real quick before we end the show, I'm going to go. This is actually a top 25, so I'm going to go 25 through. It would be 11 real quick. We're not going to go into grave detail, but just real quick, so you can see.
Macho Man had Slim Jims. He did. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yes, and this guy who I'm assuming
that's my friend Isaac.
What's that?
Oh, okay. This guy, I think that's Bruno Sammartino.
Yes, it is Bruno Sammartino. I imagine he was probably one of the beginning founders of wrestling that got it off the ground. I'm going to assume. So, but coming in at number 25, they brought in the Ultimate Warrior, which he was a beast at his time.
Good. He was. I mean, he was good.
Was the Ultimate Warrior the dude that had
nope. Nope.
How do you not like Chris
Murderer. Next.
All the dude that killed his family.
Yup. And I don't care what they say about head trauma and everything else. I don't give a shit. He killed his kid and his wife.
Language.
Yeah. Coming in.
I have a question real quick right before you go forward. In terms of wrestling, was there ever what was his name? Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bigelow. You
Is
don't
that a real person?
Yes.
Yes, that's a real person.
Okay. I've heard of such things. I just wanted to confirm that he was really real.
All right, Ricky Steamboat was one of the first lightweights that got some publicity. They brought him back for the Randy Orton Legend Killer storyline.
Did they?
Yeah.
Then coming in, Eddie Guerrero, which I do for. I
never liked Eddie Guerrero. Never did.
Man, I always.
He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. He's a good wrestler. I just never liked that character.
Coming in, Jake the Snake.
I like Jake the Snake, man.
I love Jake the Snake.
I actually had WWE used to have action figures. And I had the Jake the Snake one, and I remember you would pull his arm back and it would punch.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Do you remember the Hulk, even the Hulk Hogan, the little stuffed animal doll things, whatever the big one?
I had the $1 Million Man.
Yep.
Of the wrestling friends.
Mr. Perfect coming in at number 20.
I don't understand why he's on this list. That dude is so forgettable in so many ways.
Coming in at 19, Mick Foley.
Should be higher on the list.
He should.
Wait.
He genuinely should be.
So wait, I'm looking at that mask.
Uh-huh.
Is that so prefacing this, a lot of people are dogging on me. My parents didn't let me watch wrestling. Karen Fletcher Roth, she seems cool on this show, but Karen Fletcher Roth only let me watch PBS documentaries growing up. Is that Mankind?
That's Mankind.
Because that's the one thing I do remember because I would sneak it on USA Network. And he had a little puppet, didn't he?
Correct. Yeah.
Sacco, Mr. Sacco.
Mr. Sacco.
I was going to say Roxo.
Shove in your mouth to be able to end the.
Have a nice day.
Yes. Coming in, Ted DiBiase.
The $1 Million Man.
$1 Million Man.
Everybody's got their price.
Migos raps about him.
Dusty Rhodes.
The American Dream.
American Dream.
Here's why Dusty Rhodes is a legend. Because he looked like that. He had a lisp. And people still liked him.
Yep.
Sammy, didn't he die recently?
Yes.
There's your Andre the Giant coming in at number 16, Tom.
Andre the Giant could drink a barrel of beer in an hour.
A lot of people don't know this. Andre the Giant's face is in the fashion line Obey's Star. That's actually the face of Obey's Star. And I'm actually going to talk about Obey in Taylor Shop with Tom here soon.
Nice.
Linking it in. So I might talk about WWE.
There's John Cena.
There he is.
You know one thing I haven't understood yet, and it's probably because he kind of came in at the tail end of my wrestling fun.
Well, you know what his problem is, honestly? He got oversaturated.
Right.
They oversaturated him. He won the title all the time. He was the title holder forever. He was never the bad guy. They could not turn him heel no matter what they did. And fans turned against him.
You're right. Hey, Pump Boy, you are right. Those are good. And they did one on, they said his name earlier. Kevin, he was part of the Wolf Pack.
Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash. Yeah, they did one on him too. Like
Kevin Nash is a prick.
But he was a bomb wrestler.
Yeah, he was okay. He was okay.
See, the one thing though, again, I'm going to reiterate, I'm not a wrestling guy.
Vinny Vegas.
Didn't know John Cena was a wrestler until like Sammy told me 3 weeks ago.
I just still don't understand how that's even a possibility. The only thing he's known for is wrestling.
Karen Fletcher Roth seems cool on here, but the cool things she let me watch were documentaries on fossils and fossil fuels on PBS. That was like as hardcore as I got on my Friday nights.
So coming in,
Edge is awesome. Edge is awesome.
Yeah, he was good. He came back recently. I think I watched something, didn't I?
Adam Edge Copeland broke his neck, just recently returned. That dude's awesome, and I did not. I used to hate him.
Megan told me about that. My fiance is a big wrestling fan.
Kurt Angle.
Hate Kurt Angle.
That's another thing that blew my mind, man, because I knew Kurt Angle was like a
Disco Inferno.
Yes.
Wait.
So hey, Isaac asked Sid Vicious or Diesel, who was a better HBK bodyguard?
Vicious. I hated Diesel. I hated Vinny Vegas. I honestly didn't like Kevin Nash at all. I didn't like any of his characters. Big Daddy Diesel or nothing. I thought Sid Vicious was a great character. And he was I never realized how big he actually was.
Did someone mention Razor Ramon?
Razor Ramon, that was Brendan Palm brought that up. I said it's crap that he's not on this list because Razor Ramon was awesome.
Yeah, he was a baller. Yes, he was.
That's a guy's name, Razor Ramon.
Yeah, he was one of the wrestlers. He was just like 6'9", just a monster. Coming in, Chris, the high
QJ. Yep. He's great.
Yep, and he got his names because he was popular in the 2000s, right at the 2000 mark.
He had one of the coolest WWE introductions from WCW because they bought out his contract, and then they had on Raw is War, they had a countdown, and they didn't say what it was for, but every week for 3 weeks it would just count down. Bow, 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 bow. And finally, when it counts down to 0, you're in Raw is War, and then the whole screen goes black. He has this shirt on that says Y2J, and it's just great. Like he's one of the best hyped up to bring him back. I liked him though. I liked Y2J a lot.
David, Bret Hart is in the top 10. Just so we're going through 25 through 11 real quick before we end the show. And then number 11, last one, Triple H. Which I really think he should be higher. I really think Triple H should be higher with all he's done in WWE.
Yeah, all he's done, but he's not a better wrestler than than John Cena. He is with Stephanie McMahon, so he gets to make all the decisions and do all that good stuff. John Cena belongs at least there.
So, Sammy, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
So, obviously, and I've been made fun of here, and it's all in good fun. I understand that. I don't know a lot about WWE, but what I do know is that Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are together. Are they actually?
Yeah, that's not a kayfabe thing either. They're real.
Yeah, it's a
so they're
real
actually
thing.
real.
Yeah.
Like Triple H is actually like an official part of WWE. He's not just like a
Yeah, like he's a wrestler, won championships, all that.
But he's actually like an actual like decision maker. It's not like Vince McMahon telling him what to do, and he's just like a puppet or whatever. Like
no. He's like in a management role within the company,
right? And then he wrestles periodically.
One more question. Triple H. So again, I don't know a lot about WWE, WCW.
Val Venus.
Hello.
He was part of the original DX, I think it's called, right?
Yeah, he was part of DX.
So did he parlay that position into becoming a more prominent member of the company, or how did that happen?
No, he here's how he became a bigger part of the company. He was like, "Hey, Stephanie McMahon, you want to go out?"
You know what?
And she was like, let's do that. She was like, the problem is I've got this boyfriend named Test. He was like, that's all right. We're gonna kill him in 2 years.
Right.
So with those pecs, I can see why she did that. Because
Ahmed Johnson, I don't know if I'm mistaken or not. I believe he might be an amputee now because he got so out of weight and his diabetes took over his life, which is terrible.
This is for Isaac. He asked for it in a way.
Hello, ladies.
Val Venus?
The big Balbo ski.
Yes.
And you know what? I can see why my mother never let me watch this.
No, so here's the thing. Hold on, right? Put that on pause. So during the Attitude Era, wrestling started at 8 o'clock. It ran from 8 to 10. So from 8 to 9 o'clock, they ran all what they called the children-friendly storylines.
Okay.
Once 9 o'clock hit, that show became very raunchy, very bloody, very adult-oriented. And I mean, it was in it. Yeah. But yeah, they had two different sections of the show within the show. I didn't find this out until later.
One of my favorite. Let me see if I can bring him up. The announcer. Oh, Jerry, not Jerry the King. Who was the other one?
That's Jim. Jim Ross.
I got to bring this up real quick, and then I won't be too long. We'll exit out. No, it's not what I wanted. Sorry. Anyways. So yeah, all right. It is now. We're well past the prime time era here, so I feel like we could talk about this for quite a while. We're even up to almost 20 viewers again because of wrestling. Do you recall the hype they had for?
I do remember when Taz came over and he was supposed to be like the baddest man alive from ECW. I remember at one time ECW was like this promotion where you thought all the psychopaths went to because they had like.
Yep.
Like tables on fire matches.
Yep. What? Yeah, they had all kinds of crazy stuff over at ECW. So, all right, well, folks, it is now 10:50. I want to thank everybody for hitting the stream up tonight. Let's see, Tom's right there. He did the stream at my house tonight. We had a great time. Thank you guys so much for being part of the show. Sorry, I keep Isaac is like if we do wrestling again, we got to bring like Isaac, Marlon, and Candido on. I think we should do all three at the same time, and have them all on at once and do just a whole show on WWE because I know nothing.
I could do an entire show on Attitude Era Wrestling.
Attitude Era Wrestling.
Well,
Listen,
what?
I can do a show on WCW NWO Revenge, the N64 game. I have that.
That was a good game.
Pull that out.
So
Fool myself.
anyways, I want to thank everybody tonight for joining and sharing the stream. Everybody, Sammy's going to get a hold of you for your gifts. I want to thank everyone again for being on. It's been amazing. It's been a fun ride the past 2 months. I think this is episode 13. So however that one kind of puts into it. But thank you guys so much for everything, joining us, especially to Brennan Palm for always having some sort of ignorant comment in some way, shape, or call it, call a spade a spade.
Hating on Tom.
Hey, he gave some good comments tonight. Yeah. I didn't hear anything ignorant. So keep them coming, Brendan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brendan, I love it, man. We go back to that Brown Road legacy. It's all love. It's all love every time.
All right. Like and share.
I sold your brother a car.
This is Ryan and Tom back here signing off.
I'm out of here, you guys. Listen, anybody who won a prize tonight, I will message you either tonight or tomorrow to get your address, or in Pump Boys case, I will ask you for not only your address, but your shirt size. Guys, I can't wait to see everybody Tuesday.
Love you too, Brandon. Brendan, sorry, I always say it wrong, but thanks, buddy. Can't wait for the next show. See y'all.
Later.
Oh, gotta hit the button right. Here it goes.
Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, 4-4 and go. That other getting old. We got Sam right in time. This is a sports octagon. Sports for forever and beyond. Spend it with Sam right in time. From the puck to the glove to the pigskins high. Share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. Down the baseline in the bleachers, or you wanna get denied. Yeah, share all of your thoughts, just let it ride. 4-4 and go. Come here to cleanse your soul. Yeah, it's 4-4 and go. Come here to cleanse your soul.
The Browns Super Bowl contenders.
Hey, listen, when we start talking about what wins Super Bowl, we talk about talent. The Browns, they have the talent. They have it.